Wonderful. Thank you so much for joining me for the year in review. So in November of 2023, I moved into my new role as Executive Director of Nature Alberta. I am proud to say that the organization has grown and accomplished a great deal in my first year of leadership, and the organization is well positioned to continue to grow sustainably into the future, thanks to the support of our amazing community connected by a love of nature. I'm going to present highlights of what we accomplished in the past year. If you would like to delve further into the exciting details, please visit naturealberta.ca/annual-reports to read the 2023-2024 annual report. This was the last of our current 3-year strategic plan, and we accomplished much of what we set out to and successfully followed our 4 strategic operational goals. Those goals were to advance nature-based education and nature appreciation within Alberta, promote nature conservation in Alberta, support Nature Alberta's member clubs and individual members, and to build organizational capacity and sustainability. The board and staff participated in facilitated strategic planning workshops to build the blocks for our 2025 to 2027 strategic plan. Nature Alberta supports a growing network of 50 member clubs across Alberta, 4 of which were added this past year. Membership includes 15 key benefits, one of which is access to a free shared Zoom account, which we're using now, that clubs can use to host meetings and presentations. As part of this initiative, we broadcast the Nature Network Speaker Series, which this past year included 14 presentations viewed by 1,070 live audience members and over 1,800 YouTube viewers. Our board of directors, we have regional representatives who are local to each region. These board members form supportive connections with their local clubs and bring forward perspectives from across the province to guide Nature Alberta's important work. We share our clubs' stories in the Nature Alberta magazine, as well as on our member club's webpage, and we promote their activities on our events page and social media. We collaborate and amplify each other's work wherever possible. We are truly a community connected by a love of nature. Nature Alberta supported a vast array of citizen science initiatives, including oversight of the May species count and Alberta Biodiversity Challenge, resulting in over 169,000 observations being recorded by 1,163 participants. The Alberta Biodiversity Challenge had a total of 8,995 observations of 1,673 species across Alberta, recorded by 718 volunteer observers and identified by 664 expert identifiers on iNaturalist. The May species count had a total of 445 volunteers participating in the bird count, who spent over 1,200 hours counting over 160,000 individual birds from 263 species, plus 8 additional count week species. So that's a lot of numbers. Essentially, that all means we are contributing to large data sets to help record information about the distribution of our wild species in Alberta. This information can be used by researchers and hopefully maybe one day inform land management decisions. I'm a contributing member of the Alberta Citizen Science Community of Practice Steering Committee for Nature Alberta. And so we just launched a hub to support citizen science projects across a wide array of subject areas, as well as hosting expert speakers to inform initiative processes. And we continue to partner with MacEwan University professors to address the information gap of the data deficient Franklin's ground squirrel, promoting the use of citizen science to submit observations. As you know, Nature Alberta's mission is to be a strong voice and active champion for the greater appreciation and conservation of nature in Alberta. We have strengthened our focus on speaking out for our wild species and spaces over the past 3 years. In July 2024, Nature Alberta openly opposed the changes to the Wildlife Regulation Act that effectively reinstated a grizzly bear hunt. We published a webpage with information and resources to help concerned individuals be informed and take action. This new webpage has already reached over 5,500 people. And on behalf of our 1,747 members and another 1,057 members of 9 undersigned nature organizations, we sent a letter to the Forestry and Parks Ministers to speak up for our species at risk. Nature Alberta serves on the bird-friendly Edmonton team to advance urban conservation efforts to reduce threats to birds, increase habitat protection, and also raise awareness. And we had efforts to connect both the bird-friendly city teams between Edmonton and Calgary as well to help leverage our volunteer efforts. We partner with a sustainability course at MacEwan University to mentor a student group each semester to evaluate and address threats to birds on campus as well. They're currently running a campaign to help raise awareness for the Edmonton City Bird Vote. So if you're in the Edmonton area, make sure you visit Bird Friendly Edmonton's website and vote for your favorite out of the top 6 to help us pick an Edmonton City bird. Our Nature Kids program is bursting at the seams with new adventures for enthusiastic participants. Nature Alberta's Nature Kids engaged 2,233 participants this past year, with nature programming at 20 events, collaborating with 36 community partners in 7 cities across Alberta. We even planted trees and shrubs to renaturalize green spaces and enhance wildlife habitat in the process. Our Christmas bird count for kids and youth engaged a record number of 56 participants who had a presentation by the Beaver Hill Bird Observatory and got to meet Nina the burrowing owl. Don't worry, we didn't include the burrowing owl on our count list, but then we went out and for guided birding walks and did contribute to the Edmonton Christmas bird count. We also identified bugs in the depths of winter at the Kerrywood Nature Center in Red Deer with John and Benny Acorn for the annual winter bug count. Nature Alberta is a contributing member of the Snow Goose Festival Organizing Committee and led the initiative to bus 185 newcomers and at-risk youth out to participate. This was achieved by collaborating with 4 community organizations who serve marginalized communities. A total of over 1,500 people attended the Snow Goose Festival in Tofield. And as part of the expo, Nature Alberta hosted a Nature Kids booth where participants added their construction paper hand as feathers to a community art project to create a snow goose that now hangs in our office. This art was designed by a U of A student through a mini internship program. A lot of the action for the Nature Kids program happens from May to August, and this summer we hosted 9 events collaborating with 32 organizations to bring together 70 experts to share their expertise and passion for nature with families. For the World Migratory Bird Day this past May, we joined forces with one of our member clubs, the Big Lake Environment Support Society, to plan an event that was so grand even the local moose was in attendance. We also hosted our first ever Fish Fanatics event, which was attended by 120 participants, despite the fact it was on a day competing with an important playoff game for the Oilers. Partnered with Alberta Fisheries, participants got to learn how to carefully pick up a slippery fish, and then they got to release their own bucket of fish into Hermitage Pond. They also visited stations led by university professors to learn about aquatic bugs and also learn about fish form and function. And they got to catch and identify their own aquatic insects at the pond dipping station as well. We invited participants through the 4 community partners who participated in the Snow Goose Festival, which resulted in many newcomers and at-risk youth in attendance, including one group that was accompanied by a translator provided by the community partner. It was very well received, and we definitely hope to do it again. Our popular Family Nature Night series of events continues to be well attended. This year was our 11th year hosting this series, and this summer was filled with highs and lows, including super high temperatures, which meant low participation at one of our events, and poor weather conditions meant rescheduling another night. We were very determined, though, and we hosted all 7 events with different themes and wonderful experts at each event. Family Nature Nights are very unique, where participants rotate through 2 hands-on education stations and then enjoy a guided nature walk or tree planting activities. It is a truly inspiring program to run and be a part of. One of the new highlights of 2024 was welcoming Nugget Bull Bear and his son of Kainai First Nation to the event in Calgary to share traditional knowledge through storytelling and dance. Since 1970, Nature Alberta has published 54 volumes, including 215 issues of Nature Alberta magazine. This year, an average of 2,790 readers perused each beautiful issue. The magazine is packed full of great local and relevant information about our wild species and spaces. Articles are written by local researchers, biologists, and expert naturalists who volunteer their time to share their knowledge with a wider audience, and the photographs are donated by very talented wildlife photographers. Each issue includes a section for nature kids as well, which often includes fun ID quizzes that will test anyone's knowledge. The magazine is available in print for the cost of print and postage, and also posted online with no paywall to make nature knowledge accessible to all. We formatted a new webpage template on the right here to increase the reach of each article, leveraging the dedicated time and effort by each contributing author. So this new format makes it easier to find in a Google search. So if you were to search a specific question about moss, you're more likely now to be connected to this wonderful article on mosses and then be able to link and connect to that magazine. And we also implemented a new magazine digest, which goes out each quarter to our growing email subscriber list of over 4,300 people. If you do not already receive the high-quality print version of the magazine, I highly recommend you visit our brand new online store by simply clicking the store button at the top of our website at naturealberta.ca. From there, you can purchase a 1-year 4-issue subscription to Nature Alberta magazine to show up directly in your mailbox. While you're in the store, you can check out our merchandise, books, memberships, and even add a donation to your purchase. The store was updated just a couple of months ago after dealing with a lot of technical issues with our other store, and I'm happy to report that this new system is functioning much better. We also attended the Greater Edmonton Teachers Convention to promote the use of the magazine and our website as a teaching tool and student resource, and we reached 175 new classrooms. After lots of great discussions with teachers in February, we were able to guide our summer student to create a brand new web page for teachers to help them connect with our available resources. Our audience continues to grow. This bar graph shows the growth of the number of lifetime members and email subscribers over the duration of our 3-year strategic plan. Steady growth has resulted in our current number of lifetime members, which is 1,747. And then we also have grown our email subscribers to 4,349. Similarly, this bar graph shows steady growth in our audience for the duration of our 3-year strategic plan. Our website visitation grew to an average of 19,600 visitors per month, and our social media followers grew to 21,733 across all accounts, including Facebook, Instagram, X, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Nature Alberta had 147 volunteers donate a total of 2,813 hours of their time to the organization. This number of hours is equivalent to 2 additional staff members, 1 full-time and 1 half-time. Volunteers' valuable time ensures we can continue to deliver all the fantastic things that we do, from guiding participants and leading interpretive walks at family nature nights, to writing the magazine content, to expanding our public profile at outreach events, and more. So Kim touched on our new staff changes. So we welcomed a new Nature Kids coordinator, Nick Carter, and we wished Kethu Mendes the best in her future endeavors. And she came back the very next month to volunteer at a family nature night event with us. We hired our first summer student, Lorena, who had worked as an interpreter for our member club, Bless, in previous years. And we wished farewell to our star volunteer, Richard Schneider, who is continuing to submit magazine articles, so you will still get to learn from his expertise. And we welcomed our new editor-in-chief, Erin McCloskey, who has been busy pulling all of the amazing articles together for the winter 2025 magazine. Plus, I also developed a brand new employee handbook to ensure proper policies are in place and staff enjoy working in the positive environment that we strive to achieve. Nature Alberta has further diversified our income, raising funds through a tropical tour, the Birding for Nature peer-to-peer fundraiser, and also growing our pool of supportive funders. We raised the organization's profile to garner further support through an open house event and several media interviews, and as a finalist for the Alberta Emerald Awards. Supported by individual donations, we made a $50,000 contribution to the Nature Alberta Endowment Fund to take full advantage of the Edmonton Community Foundation's endowment matching program for environmental organizations, effectively doubling our contribution. And our treasurer, Lenka, will go over more details about all of that shortly. That's the end of my presentation. I'm just going to stop the recording and then I'll take any questions.